We are back here on Girl Talk. We are here with my friend Cathy Ulmer. We're talking compounding medicines. We're talking, actually it was really fun. We were talking about how you get your pets to take medicines, and they have some ingenious ways. You know, it really is. But
yeah, with your pet meds, there's not a lot available even in the veterinary world. So with animals, especially like cats who are very picky, we can make medications into liquids that are flavored like tuna or fish. And then we also do topicals, so you can rub the medication into their ears. So you don't even have to force them to take it, you know, because they're cats.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
If I do have, let's say my Gidget, my 15-year-old, has dermatitis, can I just call you? Do I go through a vet? How do you have to do all this?
It does require a prescription. So anything that we compound does require a prescription from the doctor or the veterinarian.
Okay.
So, you know, once we get the prescription, we can work with the veterinarian. Sometimes we go from a liquid to a different flavor to a topical, just whatever we can do.
Do you ever work with big animal vets?
Not a lot, not as much as I would like, but we do have a kind of compound where we can put it into like the feed, the powder into the feed, so it makes the horse, you know, just eat it within their feed, and we can flavor it. They like fruit flavors and things like that.
Well, I've even got goats, and I think that would be such a good idea.
Goats will eat anything.
Oh my gosh, I can't even, we don't even want to go down that path. The answer is yes to
they
that.
will.
Can you share with me, and just sort of go back to basics, what is compounding? Why would there be a need for compounding? Okay. And is it something that physicians are familiar with so that they would know to order it? That's sort of three general questions.
Okay. Well, compounding is where we make, we have a lab, so we can make medications from the powder form. So like the manufacturer would do it on a larger scale, but we're doing it by patient-specific prescriptions from the doctors. So sometimes you need them because there's dosages that aren't available. So for kids, you can make it into a liquid if it's not available. For animals, you can make it into different flavors.
Right.
For dermatology, sometimes the medications are just not available in the strengths, or they're just so expensive that we can make them in the lab in different strengths that aren't available that are cost affordable.
Can you give me an example of something that we may or may not have heard of, but just would be a compound that you do routinely?
Well, like even with skin cancer, we do Fluorouracil, and we make it with aloe, so it's not quite as sensitive to your and abrasive to your skin. We do pain creams, you know, so for those people on opioids, instead of having to take as much, they can topically apply it to the specific area to decrease their pain medications. We also do hormone replacement. So, and it's natural. So instead of taking a pill that's synthetically made, we can make, and they're so patient specific. So if your estrogen's high and your progesterone's low, we can actually tweak our topical hormones to your specific dosage.
Let me ask you a question about physicians. Do physicians rely often on pharmacists to sort of help determine all of that?
So mostly, yes. They're always looking to us like, well, what's a good combination? We're getting more into the consultations for like the hormone replacement. There's certain OBGYNs, they do that all the time.
That's great.
But for other doctors like primary care, they're like, Cathy, you know, I've never done this. You know, can you help me look at the labs? And we kind of just work together to come up with a good combination.
I would think you would be a brilliant resource, especially for things that are new on the market, or maybe phasing out, or I'm sure you can help.
Some things are just not available.
Right.
Like they go on back order. So what do? We get
true?
the powder form and we make it. At one time, atenolol, which is a blood pressure medication, wasn't available. But we could get the powder and we were able to make capsules for patients to get through that back order process. So
is it interesting?
I love it. It's my favorite part. I love being in the lab. I love being able to offer my patients alternatives when there isn't something available, and cost-effective alternatives.
So the typical procedure would be go to my physician, he's going to diagnose or share with me what I need to do, and then we would come to you and kind of all work together. I think that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, we'll send them recommendations and then they'll choose one, and then we'll work with the patient. Sometimes it's not perfect the first time, and we'll go back and we can just tweak it just that little bit until we get it perfect for that patient. So we're out of time.
Yes. I hate it when that happens. We would like to do the Cathy Ulmer Show. It would be very interesting.
It would be.
Stay with us. There's more to come here on Girl Talk.